Namaskar friends, this is NJ, host on this channel. In this video, we will try to understand the upcoming planetary transit results of Mars. Because on 22nd of February, Mars is going to be entering the sign of Taurus and it is going to stay there till 14th of April. So the only thing which is making this transit bit worrisome is that once it is going to enter the sign of Taurus, it is going to get conjunct with already well placed Rahu over there. So if you have to understand this transit from the perspective of Rahu, so there couldn't be a better placement for Rahu to be placed in other than this Taurus sign, because many astrologers and psychic even see Taurus as one of the exaltation sign placement of Rahu. But the only problem is that whenever any planet comes in contact with or gets conjunct with Rahu has this tendency of distorting the energies of that planet or amplifying or kind of creating an explosion situation of the energies of that planet. And here we are talking about a planet which in itself represents manifestation of your energies. So it is very important for you to understand that as per your ascendant, where exactly this concentration of planets or this conjunction of Mars and Rahu is going to take place. So okay friends, before we will start our discussion as per the customized 12 ascendants, let's first try to understand the important dates and the general results of this transit. So guys, as you know that when we talk about the planet Mars which in itself tells about in which area of your life you are going to exert your energies in this lifetime. When we talk about willpower, determination, courage, valor, all these qualities get attached to the Mars's placement and its dignity in your chart. So now what is going to happen during this transit of Mars? That first of all you have to understand that when we talk about the sign Taurus or its lord planet Venus, so Mars do not see Venus as its enemy. The relation of Mars with Venus is neutral. And the second thing is that even if you will try to understand this transit of Mars in a very microscopic way, so like Mars is going to enter the sign of Taurus like from the jurisdiction or the boundary of the Kritika sign first, Kritika nakshatra first. So like on 22nd of Feb, the moment Mars is going to enter the Kritika nakshatra. So Kritika is a nakshatra which is being ruled by the planet Sun, which is all about fighting hard or being critical for righteousness or right causes. So I mean to say, I do not see Rahu's malefic influence trying to distort or being in a state to distort the energies of Mars till the time Mars is going to be transiting in the Kritika nakshatra. But the only catch here is that on the 11th of March, once Mars is going to enter the Rohini nakshatra, so that could be a phase where your energies could get afflicted, could get vulnerable. You might start holding up a resentment or all those fights driven by passion or getting emotionally affected. So those kind of scenarios or situation could happen where you have to remain a bit cautious and watchful of that. Is that actually what you want to behave in a very unreasonable way or driven by passion, driven by any of the enmity and spoiling your relations? So that is one window of this transit of Mars where I just want to warn all of you guys. And guys, trust me, once on 3rd of April, Mars is going to enter the nakshatra of Mrigashira, which is a nakshatra which is being ruled by the planet Mars itself. So I do not see Rahu creating much of its malefic influence in the way of distorting the energies of the planet Mars. So that is one thing which I wanted to tell you over here. And the second thing is that whenever we have to study the transit results, we also give attention to where exactly the zodiac sign Lord is placed. So I mean to say, during this whole transit of planet Mars in the zodiac sign of Taurus, trust me guys, the sign Lord Venus is actually in a very strengthened state, because whether you talk about Venus's transit in the sign of Aquarius, which is a sign which is being ruled by Venus's best friend Saturn, which is already strengthened, and once Venus is going to enter the sign of Pisces, so which is a sign placement where Venus attains exaltation. So I mean to say, the only thing which you have to give attention to is once Mars is going to enter the sign of or the nakshatra of Rohini. So that is the only vulnerable section where you have to give attention to. And the second thing is that, guys, whenever we talk about the conjunction of Mars and Rahu, so that definitely amplifies the energy. Taurus, which is the original Kalpurush Kundli's second house energy, which is all about managing your finances, which is all about being very virtuous with your values, and at the same time how you use your speech. I have already said this thing at the time when I uploaded the Rahu and Ketu's transit video, like the moment or when Rahu was scheduled to enter the Taurus sign. I already explained this thing, that this could be seen as very good sign placement for Rahu, where Rahu is definitely going to provide you with innovative ideas to extract the financial values in whichever house it is going to enter as per your ascendant. And we all know that Rahu has this tendency of giving results akin, equivalent to the planet Saturn. So Saturn is also right now in a very strengthened state. So I will be rather surprised that if you are not making best use of the transit of Rahu in whichever area or whichever house it is transiting as per your ascendant. So I mean to say, guys, the only thing which we have to give attention to is as per your ascendant, that if you are on a vulnerable phase or vulnerable stage of this transit, like if this transit is happening in your 6th house from your ascendant, 8th house from your ascendant, 12th house, even the 4th house, and Rahu is weak in your chart, weak placed in your natal chart, or your moon is also afflicted and your ongoing dashas are also vulnerable, volatile, then you have to give special attention. But otherwise, I do not see this planetary transit of Mars to be making everyone vulnerable, that it is only going to create some negative energy or negative event or like very impulsive or very reckless energy. So trust me, guys, good results even in this transit of Mars and conjunction with Rahu can be attained. Good results can actually be attained. So okay friends, now we will try to understand that as per the 12 ascendants, how exactly this transit of Mars is going to create circumstances, situations and bring results in your life. If you have to understand the results for the Aries ascendant natives, so in your case friends, Mars is your ascendant lord and it is going to enter your 2nd house. And we all know that when we talk about the 2nd house is the house of your values, of your eating habits, and most importantly, it is the house of your finances. We all know that Saturn right now is already in a very strengthened state in your 10th house, and Venus, the house lord, is also going to be transiting in the house of your wish fulfillment and the house of its exaltation. So I mean to say, this transit of Mars is definitely going to encourage you to focus in the reinforcement and creating some more opportunities, more areas of financial income and financial gain as well. The only thing which I want to advise to all the Aries ascendant native is that during this transit of Mars in your 2nd house, try not to get into any of the argument or any of the debate with your family members, and at the same time you have to give special attention to your speech. Your speech could become, there could be the usage of some nasty words, or your speech might become bit harsh and might hurt the people you will be talking to. So you have to give attention to that. But apart from that, from the financial perspective, this transit of Mars in your 2nd house can be seen as a very good transit movement. So let's say, for example, all those people who are connected with the fields of communication, technology, engineering, real estate, so these people can actually get benefited because of the transit of Mars to your 2nd house. I mean to say, you will definitely be very driven, very motivated towards the development and growth of some new financial channel as well during this transit of Mars in your 2nd house. Moving ahead guys, if you want to understand the transit results for all the Taurus ascendant natives. So guys, now what is going to happen is that Mars is going to be entering your first house or your ascendant. So the good part here is that, or the saving grace for you guys is that Mars is finally out of your 12th house, because the transit of Mars in the 12th house creates those circumstances of losses on the account of hidden enemies or quick surge in your expenses. So now what is going to happen is that once the Mars is going to enter your first house, you will definitely feel yourself more empowered. You will feel yourself that additional responsibility might come to you, and at the same time you will be able to do justice to all of those additional responsibilities as well, because Mars not only is your 12th house lord, at the same time it is your 7th house lord as well. So a lot of additional responsibilities might come to you, and you will be able to do justice to that as well. Your public image, your prospects of name, fame, recognition can definitely increase during this stay of Mars in your first house. The only thing which you have to give attention to is that you should not come across as someone who's very overwhelmingly strong, or whose personality or nature is little bit overbearing. So there you have to give attention to. But apart from that, your public image, giving attention to your health, to your fitness, and possessing and showcasing good leadership qualities. So from all of that perspective, this transit of Mars can be seen as very good for all the Taurus ascendant natives. Now guys, if you have to understand it for the Gemini ascendant natives, so guys, I will definitely want to advise you people is that during this transit of the planet Mars in your 12th house, try not to get into any kind of arguments with people which could trigger or offend other people. And at the same time, even if you drive, you have to drive very carefully. Try not to get engaged or spend your money in all those things which can be avoided. So unwanted expenses need to be avoided during this transit of Mars. And at the same time, this could be a time period where you will be more driven. You might get more inclined towards all form of intoxicants. So I mean to say drinking, partying. So all these things might attract you more. So try not to show your machoism in doing all these things. And at the same time, let's say for example, even if your ongoing dasha is bit vulnerable, is bit sensitive, like for example your 8th house lord's dasha is active, or the dasha of a debilitated planet is active. So the only thing which I want to advise is recitation of Hanuman Chalisa, Ram Raksha Stotra can actually help you to sail through and get the best result of this transit. But apart from that, your passion, how much you're going to exert your energies in all the, we talk about the extravagance, we talk about all the indulgences, that carefully needs to be monitored during this stay of Mars in your 12th house. Moving ahead guys, if you want to understand the transit results of Mars for all the Cancer ascendant natives. So guys, for the Cancer ascendant natives, Mars is actually a very good planet. Like Mars is a Yoga-Karaka planet for all the Cancer ascendant natives. So I mean to say for you guys, Mars is going to be transiting in your 11th house. Now 11th house, which is the house of opportunities, which is the house of your hopes, wish fulfillment, all form of titles. So I mean to say this transit of Mars can actually trigger some new opportunity for all the Cancer ascendant natives. The only thing is that you have to remain bit watchful towards excessive ambitions of yours. Like for example, even if you are hobnobbing, you are socializing with people, so you have to give little bit attention towards with whomsoever people you are meeting, what exactly their right intentions are, their credibility is. So you have to give attention to those things. But apart from that, working hard towards the fulfillment of your goals and taking some important steps, or let's say for example some important developments in your dreams, in your goals, wheresoever you will be exerting your energies or you will be working towards. So this transit of Mars in your 11th house can be seen as a very good transit for all the Cancer ascendant natives. Guys, the only thing which you have to give attention to is from 11th of March till 3rd of April, there will be heightened triggering of your emotions when Mars is going to be transiting in the Rohini Nakshatra, just because you are by yourself a moon driven person. So during that point of time, your peace of mind and your mental health needs to be given heightened attention. Moving ahead guys, if you want to understand the transit results for all the Leo ascendant natives. So guys, now what is going to happen is that Mars is going to be entering your 10th house. So I mean to say, whatsoever Rahu is trying to achieve, Rahu is trying to do in your 10th house, being placed in your 10th house, where Rahu's placement can be seen as one of the very good placement. So I mean to say, the transit of Mars can actually trigger all those circumstances, all those situations. So I mean to say, some new career related growth, some new opportunities, some new designation, all of those things can happen during this transit of Mars in your 10th house. The only thing which you have to give attention to is try not to get into any form of office politics, try not to get into straight confrontation or debate or arguments with your bosses or people in authority places. Apart from that, if you will give heightened attention to your attitude, to your speech, so trust me guys, this transit of Mars in your 10th house is definitely going to empower your public image, and some professional growth, development, opportunity can also materialize during this transit of Mars in your 10th house. Moving ahead guys, if you want to understand the transit results for all the Virgo ascendant natives. So guys, when we talk about the Virgo ascendant natives, Mars is not a very beneficial or very good planet for you guys. So during this transit, when Mars is going to be entering your 9th house, where Rahu is already transiting, so I mean to say, some form of travels can happen for you during this time of Mars. Let's say for example, all those people who are awaiting any of the visa or immigration related concerns, someone who is actually going through higher studies or concerns of the post graduation studies qualify in your case. So in those kind of circumstances or scenarios, you can actually get benefited. And at the same time guys, the transit of Mars in your 9th house can be seen as a very good time to give attention to your religious austerities. So doing fasting, doing prayers, giving attention to meditation, any form of pilgrimage can actually bring very good results for all of you Virgo ascendant natives. Moving ahead guys, if you want to understand the transit results for all the Libra ascendant natives. So now guys, what is going to happen is that in your case, Mars is going to be entering your 8th house. So the transit of Mars in the 8th house, where Rahu is already transiting there, so you have to give attention to how much energies you are going to exert in any form of indulgences in the life, enjoyments of the life, because definitely you will find that your passions, the concerns of sensuality might be triggered during this phase. So let's say for example, when we talk about your spendings in alcohol, in partying, in shopping, so all those indulgences, all those expenses which otherwise can be avoided, can be curbed. So you have to give heightened attention to all those areas. And apart from that, let's say for example, if you are by yourself, are a banker, you are in the fields of insurance, revenue, petroleum, research, you are an astrologer, you are a psychic, so this time period can still be seen as very beneficial and can actually bring very good results for all of you people, because you cannot even deny this fact that Venus is your ascendant lord as well. So I mean to say, even in transit till 16th of March, when Venus is transiting your 5th house, that time period can still be seen as that some good opportunity suddenly in a very unpredictable way can actually manifest in your life. So from that perspective, this transit of Mars in your 8th house can still be seen as a very good time period for you. The only thing which you have to give attention to is, first of all, in all those people's case where any form of perversive behavior qualifies. For example, even all those people who drive and they do not drive carefully, they drink and drive, you do not follow all the instructions, all the rules and regulation. So then in those scenarios, you have to give strong attention to, because otherwise the transit of Mars in the 8th house always makes someone prone towards getting into accident, cuts and wounds. So that is just a cautionary thing guys, I'm telling you. Let's say for example, if those kind of activities or habits doesn't qualify in your lifestyle, and even if your ongoing dashas are strong, so then you do not have to worry about that. And just to be on the secured side, I will definitely recommend you to recite Hanuman Chalisa on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and at the same time even reciting Ram Raksha Stotra can be seen as a very good saving grace for you people during this transit of Mars in your 8th house. Moving ahead guys, if you want to understand the transit results for all the Scorpio ascendant natives, so guys, during this transit of Mars in your 7th house, it can actually trigger some new opportunity for all of you people. And trust me, this thing, the only thing which you have to give attention to is try not to get into any straight confrontation, argument, power related struggle with your partner, because Rahu has this tendency of creating confusion, creating this illusion. So let's say for example, you might even, even if in your case some fighting erupt, some situation of misunderstanding erupt, so that will be completely driven by, or could be driven by, baseless reasons which doesn't have any base, or you just have some seeds sown in your mind out of nowhere and you just start creating problems, or start getting into confrontation or very argumentative mode at your house, at your home with your partner. So you have to just remain bit calm in the situation of any confrontation, any misunderstanding with your partner. But let's say for example, because guys, whenever we talk about the transit of Rahu or even the conjunction of Mars and Rahu as per the sign, it could make the living signification of the house suffer, but for the non-living signification, it actually can be seen as a very good and blessed time. So I mean to say, your public image, any of the opportunity, all those people who are in foreign trade, or let's say for example, they are in their own businesses, so these people can actually get benefited because of this whole concentration of Mars and Rahu happening in your 7th house. Moving ahead guys, if you want to understand the transit results for all the Sagittarius ascendant natives, so guys, in your case, this transit of Mars is going to be happening in your 6th house. So I will definitely want to advise you is that try not to be very dominating or overbearing to your subordinates. That's one thing or one advice which I want to give you. And at the same time, when we talk about any of the disputed situations, so let's say for example, if you already know that you do not share a good rapport with someone, now this could be your neighbor, this could be your boss, this could be your colleague, so this is not the right time to get provoked, get into any form of confrontation mode. So try to avoid all those kind of confrontational situation. But at the same time, this time period of this transit of Mars can be seen as a very good time to give attention to your health, to your fitness, to organize and structure your life. Moving ahead friends, if you want to understand the transit results for the Capricorn ascendant natives, so guys, as you know that Mars is going to be transiting in your 5th house. So when we talk about this transit results, so let's say for example, all those people who are single, so love relationship, finding someone or meeting someone, all those kind of energies in the matters of love and relationship can happen or can trigger during this transit of Mars. The second thing is that even for all those people who deal in stock market, who deal in trading, so the transit of Rahu in your 5th house is already in a very strengthened state. The entry of Mars is also going to give power to both. Rahu and Mars are going to support each other. So I mean to say, for speculation or luck in speculation, this time period can still be seen as a very beneficial time. And even at the same time, all those people who are in the fields of content creation, who are in the fields of mass media, entertainment, connected to the film business, so these people can also get some new opportunity. So you are heading towards more and more auditions coming your way, opportunities, proposals coming your way. So from that perspective, this transit of Mars in your 5th house can be seen as a very good time. The only thing where you have to give attention to is, let's say for example, the way you deal your children. And 5th house also tells about your mental constitution, your mental setup. So I mean to say, you might find yourself bit driven, the adrenaline rush might be very high during this time. So try not to be in a rush to take important decision, and at the same time All those people who do yoga, meditation and spiritual lifestyle qualifies in their case. So this time period can be seen as a very good time to experience that spiritual bliss. Moving ahead guys, if you want to understand the transit results for all the Aquarius ascendant natives. So guys, as you know that Rahu is already transiting in your 4th house, and the moment Mars is going to enter and get conjunct with Rahu in your 4th house. So the only area where you have to give attention to is, like, if you know that engaging or dealing with certain people can hinder your peace of mind, or even within the family, if you do not get along well with someone, so try not to get into any form of taking out the issues of the past or confronting the person, getting into any kind of heated argument or power related struggle. So in those areas you have to give attention to, because otherwise your peace of mind is directly on the spotlight, could get affected negatively because of this conjunction of Rahu and Mars in your 4th house. But let's say for example, all the living signification of the house could suffer, could make you vulnerable. But when we talk about the non-living signification, let's say for example, if your occupation or livelihood is in construction, real estate, agriculture, dairy business, construction, or let's say for example consultation, so this time period can still be seen as a very beneficial time for you, where some new opportunity can actually get materialized for you guys. And you have to give attention to your mother's health during this time as well. And last friends, if you want to understand the transit results for the Pisces ascendant natives, so guys, as you know that Rahu is already transiting your 3rd house. So now 3rd house, which is the house of sales, media, marketing, journalism, content creation. So I mean to say that conjunction of Mars with Rahu, or the transit of Mars in your 3rd house, can be seen as very beneficial time for all these people connected with these fields. And the good part here is that Mars not only rules your house of finances, but at the same time Mars also rules your house of fortune as well. So let's say for example, for long, if you have been working hard towards any of your aspiration or any of the dream project of yours, so those projects could work out, some new financially lucrative opportunity might materialize. So I mean to say, because of your own self-initiated efforts, this is the right time for you to create a difference and achieve something completely relying on your own skill only. Now the only thing which you have to remain cautious of is that try not to get into any of the argument, any of the difference of opinion or power related struggle with your younger siblings, or let's say for example with the people in your neighborhood or with your friends. So that is something friends which I wanted to share as a part of the transit results of Mars in the sign of Taurus. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Thank you.